Have you ever wondered why she rarely initiates sex with you? Her actual reason might humiliate you. Not because she's tired, not because she's not horny, but because she'd rather do her taxes than go another round with you. That might sound harsh, but it's reality. While most men are convinced they're giving their partner the best night of her life, women are silently counting ceiling tiles, planning tomorrow's grocery list, or just waiting for it to be over. And the kicker, they almost never say it out loud. Why? Because honesty is dangerous. The last time a woman tried to tell a man the sex wasn't great, he either sulked for days, accused her of cheating, or tried to fix it by doing everything louder, harder, and even worse. So women learn to adapt, fake the moans, fake the smiles. Say, "That was amazing, babe," just to avoid an argument. Then later, they grab their vibrator and finally experience what you thought you were giving them. This is the brutal gap between male confidence and female reality. And here's the wildest part. Women aren't complaining in the bedroom. They're complaining in group chats. Right now, somewhere, your performance is the punchline of a story her friends will laugh about over brunch. So today, I'm pulling the curtain back. Because there are 3 kinds of men in bed that women secretly hate, and if you don't know which one you are, odds are you're exactly the guy she's been warning her friends about. Now let's talk about the first type of guy women can't stand in bed. I call him the human jackhammer. He's the man who treats sex like it's a construction project. He thinks the deeper he goes, the harder he thrusts, and the longer he lasts, the better she'll feel. In his mind, pleasure equals pounding. In reality, she's lying there wondering if she can fake one more moan without bursting into laughter or tears. Here's what the jackhammer doesn't realize. The female body isn't built like an arcade game where you win by smashing the button over and over. The nerve endings that actually create pleasure are concentrated right at the entrance. That's where sensitivity lives. And here's the biological kicker. Most of vaginal pleasure receptors are within the first 2-3 inches. Beyond that, you're not hitting pleasure, you're hitting a wall. Her body evolved to protect her from. But instead of staying where it matters, he's on a mission to explore uncharted territory like he's drilling for oil. He keeps going deeper, chasing some imaginary jackpot. Except the only thing he strikes is pain. And while he thinks the moans mean he's killing it, what he's actually hearing is her acting skills. Think about it like this. Imagine someone repeatedly jabbing your groin with their elbow. At first you'd be shocked, then you'd be angry, and eventually you'd just shut down and wait for it to be over. That's what happens when he slams into her cervix. It's not a magic button. It's a wall of nerve endings designed to protect her, not reward him. But because porn has trained men to equate deeper with better, he believes pain is passion. He believes lasting 45 minutes is a flex, even if every one of those minutes feels like torture for her. What's worse is that he's convinced duration equals quality. He'll keep the same pace, same angle, same relentless rhythm, like a malfunctioning robot stuck on repeat. He thinks he's showing off stamina. She thinks she's trapped in a workout she never signed up for. And when he finally collapses, drenched in sweat, he turns to her with a proud grin and asks the dumbest question of all. "Did you like it?" What's she supposed to say? "Oh, I feel like I've been run over by a freight train." Of course not. She smiles, nods, and lies, because the truth isn't worth the fallout. Some women have told me their partners literally ask for reassurance mid-sex, every 30 seconds, like clockwork. You like that? You like that? Imagine being in the middle of something intimate and feeling like you're filling out a customer satisfaction survey. One woman said by the 15th time she wanted to scream. "No, I don't like it. Stop jackhammering my pelvis like you're breaking concrete. But she didn't. She just faked another yes, because it was easier than dealing with his fragile ego. Here's the part men never hear. Many women actually dread sex with the jackhammer. Not because they dislike intimacy, but because they know the aftermath. Bruised muscles, irritated skin, days of discomfort that he mistakes for good sore. He'll strut around like a champion, convinced she can barely walk because he rocked her world. Meanwhile, she's actually limping because her body feels wrecked. That's not pleasure. That's collateral damage. And yet, the jackhammer never learns. He mistakes silence for approval. He mistakes fake moans for orgasms. He mistakes endurance for skill. Porn lied to him. Ego blinds him. And because women rarely correct him, he carries on. Certain he's the best she's ever had. In reality, she's counting ceiling tiles and planning brunch with her friends where she'll tell them the whole sad story. The truth is simple. Sex isn't about drilling. It isn't about depth, speed, or hours of relentless pounding. It's about attention. It's about rhythm. It's about knowing that more pressure doesn't equal more pleasure. But until men unlearn the lies they picked up from bad role models and worse porn, women will keep faking it. And the jackhammers of the world will keep hammering away, completely clueless. If the jackhammer is exhausting, the porn actor is ridiculous. This is the guy who believes sex should look like a highlight reel from his favorite videos. He's watched so much adult content that he thinks intimacy is a circus act, complete with flips, spins, and enough costume changes to rival a Vegas show. To him, more positions equal more passion. To her, it feels like she's trapped in a bad audition for reality TV. Here's how it goes. Every 10 seconds, he switches it up. Missionary, doggy, sideways, standing, upside down. He's not focused on her body. He's focused on choreography. He's switching positions like he's solving a Rubik's Cube with his dick. Except every twist resets her arousal to 0. It's like he's playing sexual twister, calling out moves in his head. Left leg up, right arm back. Now spin. Meanwhile, she's just trying to find a position where she doesn't feel like a gymnast in a failed Olympic routine. The problem with this guy is simple. Women don't need variety every 10 seconds. They need consistency. They need rhythm. They need time to actually feel what's happening. Pleasure builds like a wave. It takes focus, repetition, and patience. But the porn actor never gives her the chance. Just when her body starts responding, he jerks into a new pose because he saw it once in a clip with bad lighting and fake moans. Instead of climbing higher, she keeps getting knocked back to 0. And then there are the imported moves. The porn actor loves bringing the absolute worst habits from porn into real life. Random slaps to the face, spitting in her mouth without asking, hands around her throat because he thinks it makes him look dominant. To him, it's edgy. To her, it's disturbing. She's not thinking, wow, what a powerful man. She's thinking, do I need to file a police report? Porn has convinced him that violence equals passion. But the truth is, passion without consent is just assault in slow motion. I've heard women laugh about this guy, but the laughter is bitter. One told me her boyfriend literally stopped mid-sex to adjust the lighting in the room because he wanted it to look cinematic. Another said her partner kept dragging her in front of the mirror, not to turn her on, but to watch himself perform like he was the star of his own low-budget movie. It's not intimacy, it's vanity. The dirty talk is just as bad. He parrots lines straight from the worst videos. Yeah, you like that. You dirty little stop. Just stop. She's not turned on by a script you copied from a search bar. She's not aroused by degrading names unless she explicitly asked for it. Silence isn't consent. Shock isn't consent. And just because she doesn't immediately push you away doesn't mean she's into it. More often than not, she's too stunned, too uncomfortable, or too exhausted to correct you. Here's what the porn actor never understands. Porn is a performance. It's about camera angles, not orgasms. No one in real life takes endless pounding and loves it. No one changes positions every 30 seconds and still feels connected. Porn is as close to real sex as superhero movies are to real fights. It looks wild on screen. It's nonsense in reality. The irony is that the porn actor thinks he's impressive. He believes his stunts prove he's adventurous, experienced, even irresistible. In truth, he looks like a man frantically copying moves from YouTube without understanding the mechanics. She's not flattered. She's frustrated. And when it's over, he's patting himself on the back while she's making a mental note never to watch porn with him again because he'll probably take notes. So here's the bottom line. Women don't want a circus. They don't need a stuntman. They don't care if you can balance her on your shoulders like it's a CrossFit workout. They want connection. They want rhythm. They want to feel safe enough to actually let go. And until the porn actor realizes this, he'll keep spinning, flipping, and choking his way through bad sex, convinced he's starring in a masterpiece. Meanwhile, she's just waiting for the credits to roll. If the porn actor is a clown in the bedroom circus, the narcissist is the lead role in his own one-man Broadway show. He's not having sex with you. He's performing at you. Every touch, every move, every pose is carefully staged, not for your pleasure, but for his own highlight reel. He treats intimacy the same way an influencer treats Instagram, a chance to flex, preen, and prove how incredible he looks from every angle. This guy isn't tuned into his partner. He's tuned into his reflection. Mirrors, he loves them. Windows, even better. Anything shiny becomes a tool for him to admire himself mid-thrust. While she's lying there, trying to relax, he's busy checking if his abs are popping or if the lighting makes his jawline sharp enough. Instead of connection, she gets a front-row seat to his vanity project. One woman told me her boyfriend literally had a timed routine that lasted exactly 47 minutes. Not 40, not 48. 47. He mapped out every kiss, every stroke, like he was rehearsing a dance routine. And if she dared to change the pace, if she moaned too soon or shifted into something she actually liked, he stopped everything and reset because she messed up his choreography. Imagine being treated like a stage prop in someone's badly directed play. That's what sex with him feels like. And then there's the warm-up. The narcissist thinks foreplay is his time to shine, so he drags it out endlessly, not to build her arousal, but to show off his skills. To him, it's a performance. To her, it's 20 minutes of eye-buckling while she gets drier by the second. By the time he's finally ready to move on, the mood is gone. She's not thinking about passion anymore. She's wondering what's new on Netflix. The worst part, he narrates his own moves. Now I'm kissing your neck. Now I'm sliding down to your shoulder. Brother, this isn't Google Maps. She doesn't need turn-by-turn directions. She needs to feel something, as if she's blind, as if she doesn't know what's happening. She doesn't need a live sports commentary. She needs presence, spontaneity, attention. But he can't give her that, because he's too focused on getting everything just right for his imaginary audience. These men genuinely think they're Christian Grey. In reality, they're Christian Beige, bland, predictable, more in love with themselves than with the person sharing their bed. And while they're flexing in the mirror, their partners are mentally checking out, floating somewhere else, just to survive the performance. Dissociation isn't romance. It's resignation. I've even heard stories of men practicing their sexy faces in the bathroom mirror before sex, rehearsing expressions like they're about to shoot a commercial. One woman walked in on her boyfriend mid-practice. He told her, "Dead serious. I'm getting ready to rock your world." Spoiler. Her world wasn't rocked. Her world was questioning every decision that led her to that guy. What the narcissist never learns is that real sex is fluid. It's responsive. Her body gives signals: breathing, tension, little movements that tell him exactly what's working. But he's too busy being the director, the star, and the audience all at once. He doesn't notice when she tenses in discomfort. He doesn't notice when her rhythm shifts. He doesn't notice when her mind leaves the room, because in his fantasy, she's not a partner. She's a prop, and that's the tragedy. He believes he's delivering an Oscar-worthy performance. She knows she's stuck in community theater with no exit. The narcissist doesn't just kill pleasure, he kills intimacy. And the only thing worse than being ignored in bed is being used as furniture while someone makes love to themselves. You know what women actually talk about when they whisper to each other. It's not about how great you are. It's survival strategies. One says, "When he starts pounding like a jackhammer, I just tighten up to make him finish quicker." Another laughs. "When mine goes into porn mode, I fake louder moans so he thinks he's killing it and ends faster." Some even admit they schedule sex for nights when they know he's exhausted, just to minimize the damage. These aren't conversations about pleasure. They're coping mechanisms. I even heard about women who turned it into a game, a bingo card of bad sex habits, center square jackhammering. Other boxes, asking if she came while still thrusting, accidentally trying the wrong hole, making more noise than her. One woman said she filled the whole card in one session, and she wasn't bragging. She was traumatized. This is the part men never hear, because women rarely tell you the truth, not because they're shy, but because honesty backfires. The last time a woman told her partner the sex was bad, he sulked for days, or accused her of cheating, or overcorrected by doing everything worse, but harder. So women adapt. They fake it. They lie. They say, "That was amazing," to protect your ego, and you walk away convinced you're a king, when in reality you're the joke in her brunch stories. Meanwhile, she's paying the real price. Some women develop anxiety around sex. They avoid intimacy. They dread bedtime. They create elaborate skincare routines hoping you'll fall asleep before making a move. And while you think she's not in the mood lately, the truth is simpler: she's not in the mood for you. And here's the most brutal reality: most women have never experienced genuinely good sex. They've experienced pain, endurance tests, bad imitations of porn, narcissistic theater shows, but not true intimacy. They protect your feelings so much that you never improve. And a whole generation of men grows up thinking they're amazing lovers, when really, they've never even given a woman the basics of real pleasure. So let's cut to it. Most men think they're amazing in bed. They puff their chests, brag about their stamina, their moves, their routines. But here's the reality check: women have been lying to you. Every moan, every "that was amazing," every fake orgasm was a shield to protect your ego. You weren't a legend. You were a liability. The truth: women aren't complicated. They're not puzzles or mysteries. They don't need you to drill deeper, flip them every 10 seconds, or flex in the mirror. They need connection, rhythm, presence. They need you to notice when her breathing changes, when her body leans in, when she pulls back. That's not rocket science. That's attention. Biology makes it even clearer. The clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings, yours about half that. Yet somehow, Men convince themselves their pleasure is the center of the universe. You'll spend 20 minutes prepping yourself, then expect her body to instantly open like a vending machine. That's not confidence. That's arrogance. So here's the challenge. Drop the performance. Forget the porn script. Stay where the pleasure actually is. Keep rhythm. Be present. Don't ask. You like that, show her you care enough to notice when she does. Because if you don't, nothing changes. She'll keep faking. You'll keep bragging. And her vibrator will keep winning. At the end of the day, the only thing worse than bad sex is bad sex with a man convinced he's amazing. And right now, statistically, that's you until you finally decide to change. Don't be the guy she laughs about at brunch. Be the guy she can't stop thinking about. Hit subscribe, stick around, and I'll teach you everything you were never told in health class, porn, or locker room talk. Because the truth is, she's been faking long enough. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment below. What's the biggest struggle you want us to break down next? Let's build a brotherhood of men who rise above confusion and reclaim their power. See you in the next video.